Hey guys, Coach Hunter here. Today we're going to be working on Muay Thai 2, number 2, striking on the transition. So now we're thinking about, we've talked about some entries to the clinch, okay? In our fundamentals videos, we've talked about clinch concepts in general, right? And that's all Muay Thai based in this case. However, with some exceptions for the wrestling style clinch. But today we're talking about how to strike on the way out of the clinch, okay? Some different options. So only a couple today. Like this really should just serve as a template for you guys, like something to think about and work on options that work well for you. I'm gonna show two things that I really like for my part, okay? So guys, let's get into it. So we're gonna go ahead and we're entering the clinch any way you wish, okay? So last time we worked on threading the needle, shooting through, getting to my clinch, touching shots right here, okay? And then we worked on the simple off-balancing exit, okay? So I'm going to step through, twist, and throw my partner away, okay? And of course, after that, we have lots of options. So let's get into that. So one thing I like for that traditional off-balancing exit, especially when I'm throwing someone with some energy, is that they're gonna get some distance from us. They're gonna get some range, okay? And that usually is enough for me to set up my kick. And depending on which side you angle to, and I'll show you some options. So I step, I pivot, right? I'm gonna end up with my southpaw stance, or I step and pivot, I think of my orthodox stance. I'll usually just throw whatever leg ends up in the rear side position, depending on what you like. And of course, it could be the same leg no matter what. It could be a different leg depending on where you end up. It just depends, okay? So, I'm throwing the needle, move through, getting my clinch, hitting some knees. When I'm ready, I'm like, okay, I need to transition here, but I feel like my partner is gonna start getting out, or I just want to. I come through, I pivot, throw my high kick. Why the high kick? Well, often, and it could be anything. It could be a low kick, it could be a body kick. You just have to see where your opponent's hands are. But I feel like a lot of times when people are exiting their clinch, they're being thrown, their hands are in the right spot. Think Holly Holm versus Ronda Rousey. Perfect example of this, okay? I'm threading a needle, coming through, getting my clinch. I'm gonna throw her away. Right here, you see your hands are down, boom, throwing that high kick right to the head, okay? Now, you could go to the body, you could go to the legs, anything really works, but I like that because it gives an opportunity to set up the high kick, which often is difficult, especially if you're just throwing it without any setup, okay, because it's a big movement. So, we can work to the clinch, right, hitting knees, and I can throw her away going the other direction. In this case, my left leg is back, so I'm just gonna throw my left high kick, okay? So a couple times here, just think with that option. There. So guys, I think it's a great option. Now, another option, okay, we could work to punching from the same off-balancing. However, if the range is wrong, by the time you get back to two range, let's say you throw them away with too much energy, by the time you get back to range, you might be kind of starting from scratch, which is fine. It's fine to just engage. But let's think about another option for exiting that is going to lead, I think, really well to the strikes. So, we're here in our stance. I'm throwing some whatever entry I want, okay? And my hands are both gonna swim to one side or the other, okay? So it just really depends on where I wanna go, okay? But in this case, my left elbow is gonna swing over her head, okay? And I'm going to, either she's gonna pull away from me or push into me. If she pulls away, often I'm gonna kick because she's making space. But as I swim over, she starts pushing in, I'm gonna step out, and throw my shot, okay? So you saw that my hands are here. As she pushes in, my left hand becomes a post, so kind of keeping her at bay, like Big Brother style, just for a moment. And then I release this, and hopefully she's gonna run right into that other hand, okay? So entering the clinch, hitting her shots, I pivot out, I feel that push into me a little bit, she tries to turn to face me, boom, right there. Okay, so that's a beautiful shot, especially if people are kind of like coming in, throwing aggressively. Often, if you've been punishing someone with a nice tight clinch position for a minute, they're kind of eager to get one back at you. So they're turning in, maybe your hands are down, looking to throw. If not, that's okay too. You know, I'm just throwing that shot. And that could be a new exchange. It could be anything you need, right? But at least that working that transition while your opponent is worrying about transitioning. If you're one step ahead, if you're picking that exit, that means that you know where your opponent's going to be before they do, which is powerful information. So show that a couple times. Right there. So guys, you can do that posting option from like unattached clinch positions as well. I think it's really nice to get hands-on and start guiding your opponent. And of course, if you feel like you said, if you feel them moving away from you, they're opening up space. It's for kicks, you're entering your kicking range. If they're coming in, they're entering into the punch or even elbow range if you're gonna stay real close, okay? So definitely something to think about, something to play with on the heavy bag or with a partner as long as you're careful. And if you're holding mitts, you can always work out exactly what you'll be throwing and that they know where to catch. So guys, like this video and subscribe to our channel to see all of our content. And as always, stay safe, stay healthy, and I'll see you on the mats.